Bang! What up, young folks? What is the good word?
I
Happy,
was caught
happy
off guard.
Monday. Uh-oh,
How's my
trouble.
internet?
A little choppy, unless mine is choppy and I don't know it, but you look hella light skinned.
Do
Woo!
I,
You do?
you know what?
You do, don't you? There you go.
Yellow? That's
There go that
better?
red bone. I like red bone. Nothing wrong with that. Willie, what up? What's popping, Mr. Willie Shannon? You in the building? What up, girl? Two-way syndicate. What up, T Mash? What's popping?
Hey, Jeffrey Light.
Jova, man. I gotta get with you. Man. We was to the wire this weekend. We were to the wire, man. It was a rough go. Lawrence Lilly, what's popping, young fella? Good to see you. Good to see you. Jeffrey Light always in the building. What up? Don't tap in. What up, money man? What's popping? Fat guy with guns. What it do? What it do? Stick around, Zach. Stick around. Liberty Acres, what up?
Hey,
What up?
Geek Squad.
The realest deal or RD? We gotta start calling real deal RD.
Why? RRD.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. I don't know. Virginia Bushcrafter was popping. It's good to see you, young fella. Geek Squad in the building. Oh, we good. We made it. We are strong.
We're
Strong.
famous now, right? When you get the
That's what it is.
Geek Squad, become famous. Hey, my Renaissance
Jason,
grandma.
Jason Ewan in the building. What up there, twin? Fam. That's my fam right there. That's my fam. Danica, what up? How you been? How you been now? Maurice Evans, what up, brother? My
Hey,
Renaissance.
Urban. How are you?
That's dope. That is dope. Corey, what's popping, brother? Maurice, what it do? Good to see everybody. Calvin Carbine, what up, though? What is the word?
Sophia B. How are you?
Miss B, good to see you. Good to see you. That's all right. Urban, how is it up there? Yo, Urban, listen. We in South Georgia and it's hella cold. I left the house today with like this insulated jacket. What a
Yeah,
Monday, y'all.
it's what? It's about now. It's about in the 40s.
No, it's decent out now. It's like low 60s, high 50s. But this morning was like 37.
Yeah,
That's
this
too cold
morning
for
it was
me.
cool.
They go
Hey,
my brother.
OJ.
That's my brother from the same mother. OJ, what up? What's popping? How you feel? I was supposed to have gotten to Atlanta next weekend. One in the chamber. What it is. Yeah, man.
Virginia Bushcrafter. How are you?
So yeah, man. Listen, earmuffs. All the young ones out there, earmuffs. Today was fucked up. It was rough.
Why? Oh,
Why?
because you're a truck.
Because
Because
my
you're a truck.
truck. Oh my god, man. Y'all. Gunrilla Rick, what up? What up? What's popping? Yo, I went to
You
go
had a
start
good
my truck
day.
this morning. It wasn't popping. It wasn't moving. That I was like, come on. It did it last. Was it last week, babe? Or the week before?
Yeah. Last week. Last Monday.
Yeah,
It was
I guess
last
it's
Monday.
a weekend thing or something. So either way, whatever it was, man. Last week I played with some fuses, started right up. This week, and I was cold. Shit. I was like, hey,
Hey,
y'all go ahead and
Southern
send the
Belle.
tow truck. Send that tow truck. Southern Belle, what up, girl? Yo,
Hey,
Lawrence, see the
Eddie
battery was
Tactical.
fine. The battery was good. It just I think it's a fuel pump thing. ET, what up there, this snobby? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. So yeah, CDL, what up? What up? So yeah, the battery, I don't know. But it's not in my hands no more. Tow truck came to get it. That's that. I haven't driven my own vehicle to work. Oh my God, sweetie, it's been like a year.
Let's correct that. Let's say I haven't driven my wife's vehicle to work in like a year.
Yeah. I
But I
don't
had a good day.
Well,
I've
there
been
it is.
drinking my peppermint because it was so cold and I don't want sniffles. So I'm catching
Get
it before the sniffles come. So
Getting in the holiday spirit.
holiday spirit it is.
I dig it. Nothing wrong with
Keep it
that.
nice and warm.
Hey,
It's good for
listen,
everything.
listen, shout out to you because you're normalizing this bonnet thing.
Am I? Listen,
Yeah.
listen, I'm actually gonna do my hair tomorrow. Tomorrow it's
You
gonna
said
get
that last
washed.
weekend.
Listen, I have 14 dogs. What do you want me to do? I have
I
14
know.
dogs. I
15.
have a child. I have a
15.
husband.
AK Lover, what up? Hutch, my brother, what's popping?
Hey,
What's popping? We're
Hutch.
gonna see you
Oh,
tomorrow,
we're gonna
Hutch.
be on Hutch tomorrow.
Yep, yep. Carbon Q, what up, girl? What it is, what it is. Um, so yeah, man, it was a day. It was a day, but I just got some really, really cool. I don't want to call it news. It was just a statement. Now, I had gotten a statement inbox to me about 4 days ago. And then I got another statement text to me about 10 minutes ago. If anybody remembers, Erica and I had made some peanut butter and jelly wings.
Oh, those are so good.
Oh, listen,
Don't knock it
them
till you
shits were
try it.
so good. So,
It's
so
good.
good. And everybody was talking shit like, y'all are crazy. No, no, no. That's some old other people shit. Nah, bro. That shit is so good. And I got confirmation from two folks recently, like, yo, that shit was amazing. So listen, man. Nola Saint, what
When
up?
you
What
do
up?
it, don't use too much peanut butter. The peanut butter makes your mouth like sticky. So we use maybe a scoop and a half of peanut butter and maybe
Yeah,
2.5, 3 scoops of jelly to
something
even
like
it
that.
out.
Joseph Harris, what up, brother? It's my motorcycle brother
But
right
it's
there. There
good.
it is. Yo, it was great. It was good. Nah, Corey, listen. Shit is good. Shit is good.
Real deal
Eliminate.
said it ain't his people.
Real deal said, nah, don't blame us. Yeah,
ET, you
man.
gotta try it. You'll like it, ET.
Yo, it's dope. It's
His
dope.
people stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess so. Ghetto, what up? What up? What's popping? What is popping? So listen, we had a weekend. It was pretty nice. It was pretty nice. Um,
Uh-huh.
Erica. All right, so Alex is homeschooled. In order, and it's a good thing. Alex has to do a gym class, so you have to go out and do something. So him doing firearms training is his gym class, and I'm his gym
Right.
teacher and mom. And so either way, we went to Erica signed us up for a steel challenge this weekend, and so we go out, we get prepared. I use K12 Sport. Alex used Canic Whiteout. And when we get there to the range, it was pretty, it was pretty easy going.
It's quiet.
And it was quiet. It was probably about maybe 15 people in all that were actually competing. And listen, now when you do steel challenge, you don't compete with other people. You just compete with yourself. Nobody gives a fuck about what
Mhm.
you're doing. They're trying to beat their own. You know what I'm saying? So we get out there, and something that really, really impressed me with these people, not only were they super, super helpful, loading magazines and trotting stuff around and all that. Before we went out there onto the steel challenge area of the range, they said a prayer. and I was impressed. I was like, all right, this is gonna be a good day. Not bad. I was impressed by that. I don't know why, but you
They
know,
pray for everything down here in the South, though.
I get it. I get it. But it felt good. They could
Everything.
have sent, everybody out, have a good time, be safe. But it was actually like a good, minute of prayer. It was dope. And we had a good time. Yo, we had a good
Yeah,
time.
we did.
It was fun. Erica was the scorekeeper for the
Yep.
squad.
I
Yep.
was
And
embarrassed.
why?
I don't know a positive way of saying it, though. And you're my husband, and I love you, so
I
I was
had
just
fun.
embarrassed.
I had fun.
As long as you have fun, darling. As long as you have fun.
All right. So there's this one round called the pendulum. And the pendulum stage is difficult. It's difficult. So, and I was shooting with iron sights. So it is what it is. Yep. Oh, that's what it was. 2A in LA. Yo, here's the crazy part. We were in our group, we were the only ones shooting 9mm. Everybody else was shooting 22, grown ass men. And I
Mhm.
avoided shooting 22 because I didn't want to look like, oh yeah, he's shooting 22 and he's, nah, man. Everybody was shooting 22
But why? Why was they shooting 22?
because it cost $20.
Right.
Uh, shout out to everybody that sends money to the ammo fund because that got us through this weekend for real, for real. I'm talking down to what we had maybe 12 rounds by the time the thing was over. We had like 12
Mm-hmm.
rounds left over, and just slid through. So shout out to y'all, man, for keeping us going, keeping us doing what we're doing, and creating content that we do. I appreciate y'all for real because that's the only thing that was on my mind the whole time. The whole time, I said, man, I love these people because I wouldn't be out here doing shit. A damn thing. So, man, shout out to everybody that I appreciate it 100%. And it's tough because me and Alex, we and mom, but at least for the challenge, for the steel challenge, me and Alex were both shooting, and that's however many stages, 5 rounds each stage, couple misses here and there,
Couple?
few misses here and there,
Oh,
and then
oh,
you know,
Sophia, you gotta try those peanut butter and jelly wings.
oh yeah, those is crazy. Yeah. Yo, them wings are good. But either way, I didn't even go back to check the board to see where we placed, but it couldn't have been too bad because we were, like I said, the only two in our class. So it might have been just me and Alex in our class. I gotta see
And
who
who
won now.
won between you and Alex?
I gotta
And
see who
who
won
was
now because I'll be whooping that ass.
I think Alex won.
Uh-uh.
Yes, Billy. Alex won.
Well, all right. So
All right, no. Now I gotta air you out. No, because I was trying to avoid the
wait,
whole conversation. You want to stick on it. Listen, first let me
relax.
shout
I didn't
out
even
to
say
Hutch.
nothing.
Hold on. Hutch, we will see you tomorrow. We will try our best to behave. We can't make promises on that, but we
She
will
don't
try
even
to
behave
behave
on her own live. Listen
tomorrow.
to her.
Can somebody please drop Hutch's link down on the bottom for me? I appreciate it. Back to this Saturday situation. Listen
Oh shit.
to
Oh
me.
shit.
You 1 round, you only shot twice out of the 5 times. And hold on. Let me finish before you jump in this. Everybody
Go
knows
ahead.
this is my counseling session. You got so they topped it off at 30, right? At 30 seconds. Stop it. They topped it off at 30 seconds.
30
He
seconds
shot
is when
only
you
two.
forfeit the
Hold
round.
on. Let me finish. He stopped 2 out of the 5 rounds, right? Alex did his 5 rounds. He didn't do too bad, but he damn sure was hitting it more than you was. There's a couple of those stages where he was binging it more than you were.
I got the proof. Either way, listen,
The
listen,
proof is in
listen.
the pudding,
Relax,
baby.
relax.
I took
No,
score.
close your window. You're airing it out. Take it easy. If you remember what I said, I stopped and forfeited those three rounds because I was running out of ammo and I didn't want Alex to not shoot. What I say? I said, bro, I don't even think I got enough to make it through this. Let me forfeit these rounds so Alex can make sure he shoots the last stage. Damn, House of Siege, save me, girl. Save
That's
me.
because you was missing more than you was hitting. If you was
Oh,
hitting more,
shit.
then you wouldn't have been running out of
All
ammo.
right,
I'm
do
just
me a
saying.
favor. Do me a favor. For the people, for the community, for the love, promise them that you will be at the next match, not
Right.
doing scorecards.
No, I told you I was gonna do it. I was gonna
Okay.
do it.
All right. I'm with that.
I'm gonna
I'm with
do
that.
it.
I'm with that. Damn. Yeah, Joseph, thank you. I appreciate that. It's the husband thing that I have issues with.
Joseph, do I need to talk to the wife, Joseph?
Uh-oh, leave him alone. He ain't do nothing. Boy, you pit bull in a skirt. I swear. Beautiful though. Just beautiful. Oh man. Yeah, Hutch, 100%. And I was sweating too. The sweat was dripping.
Oh, it was hot. It was
it,
hot
was,
Saturday.
it was definitely hot. Yeah, man. House of Siege though. It's good to see you there, young girl. Yeah, man. But we had a good time. And then we went back Sunday because they had youth day at the range, at the same range or whatever. So we went back, had a good time. We entered a raffle to win a Winchester, no, a Savage 243 youth size, but I don't think, they ain't win. We ain't win. We ain't get no phone call. So it is what it is. Wife is away in Jamaica, so he said he's balling. Yo, everybody wife going somewhere. Damn it.
And I can't even freaking go piss by myself. Look at this shit.
Why you sound like a truck driver? Who talks that way? My goodness. Terrible. But yeah, man, it's
Somebody come and free me. Siege. Let me come visit you.
Yeah, man. Terrible. But we had a good time. It was cool. And everybody that's kind of aware that we have babies running around the house now. The puppies are amazing. They are looking, oh my gosh. Every day
They're beautiful.
something new. It ain't easy right now. Erica we both get up at like 3:30 in the morning, and then I leave, I go to work at 7 something, and she feeds them then again, and 3 more times during the day. Either way, it ain't easy. But they hit the grass today for the first time and went out and explored the front yard, and Erica sent me some cool footage. So they are really, really evolving, looking good. Feisty. Fuck. These dogs are feisty. They are feisty. They got attitudes, boy. But it's cool, man. It's cool to see the way they
today 22 was the bully today.
Was she?
Yeah, she was the bully today. But she see 22 is the smallest one, right?
Yeah.
She catches everybody when they're asleep.
We named the 22 because of her size. She was what they call the runt of the litter. So she's tiny, so we named the 22. But she's got so much drive. She's got so much energy. So to say, too much, maybe too much.
No, she don't have too much energy, but they've been picking on her the last couple of days, so she got them today. Definitely, she got everybody in their sleep. She was just biting their ears and stuff. So it was pretty funny watching it today.
Yeah. Yeah, Coy, we actually are scheduled for week 6.
Yeah, it's 2 more weeks. We gotta wait
Two
two
more
more
weeks.
weeks.
Yep, for the shots. Tomorrow there'll be
4 weeks.
yeah, 4 weeks. So they're on their
Mhm.
second dewormer, and then shots come at 6 weeks for them.
No,
But
not
they're huh?
no. They're on their
Third.
third dewormer. Yeah,
Yeah,
third
yeah,
one
yeah,
because it's two,
yeah, yeah.
3, 4, and it's 6, 8.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a spike in Chester in there. That's 22. And then the biggest one is Mocha. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she's a big
Fat.
goofy. Yeah, she's a big goofy dog. She's just like,
Hmm.
I want to lay on top of everybody and da da da. Da." So Big Lock, what up? What up? What up? What's popping?
And then fat guy with guns.
He's
He is all he does is eat. He eats, he sleeps, he shits, he eats, he
baby.
cries, he
Watch your
eats.
mouth.
Sorry,
Skilly,
because
what up?
he is this one here, all he does
Yeah.
is eat.
Yo, but he's one of the prettiest ones though. He's
But
one of
he eats.
Taurus and Fat Guy are my two of my favorites. It's gonna
Hmm.
be difficult, man. When it comes time to send them to new homes. Oh man, it's gonna be difficult. We're already trying to keep more than what we said we were going to.
So yeah, let's talk about that because I wanted to keep them all. Then he said no, we can only keep two. We're up to like 4 dogs already
I
that
know,
we're
yeah,
that
because
you're talking about keeping.
that's because they're evolving, and as they're evolving, I'm like, oh, that one got something that I like. So what I do is I take the puppies and I put them on the bed on a pad, and I put them on the bed and I watch them walk toward me. I'm not a judge. I'm not like a judge, but I understand what judges look for and all that. So they're not show dogs, but I like confirmation. So I want to make sure that their feet are straight, their chest is broad, they're exploring, their head is up. Just little attributes. Their back is straight, all that stuff. And so I kind of
Mhm.
go over different measurements every day as they're growing.
Right.
So yeah. That's that. That's that. But it is what it is. Let's get into the topic. We are 25, 23 minutes into it, man. Let's talk about what we came here to talk about. And what are we training for? So the reason why we're talking about this is recently in a few different talks and conversations and lives and all that, there's a lot of differences in how people uh, opinionate, how people decide what other people are doing is good or bad in training, in
Mhm.
firearms or physical training of some sort, whatever it may be. And I sit back to think about what makes people train the way that they do. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get into it for whatever brings you in, you know. Um,
Mhm.
Oftentimes, if it's a younger person, it's not necessarily so much of a self-defense thing. It's more geared towards sport, competition, etc. Um, a lot of women, and we talked about this earlier, women are the largest by far um, group of firearm buyers at the moment.
Right.
Super large. And it's it's not a lot of women that get into it for the sport of it. It's usually for self-defense, home defense, um,
Mhm.
that type of ordeal. Now, the other day, no, Sunday, yesterday, we're at the range and we like to go to the pistol side and ping around on the steel. So there was a woman out there, probably mid 40s or so, um, out there with her son. Her son is disabled, probably about 7 years old. He was in a wheelchair, kind of doing
Right.
his own thing. And she was running on a like a simulated steel challenge, but it's you don't have to walk over to that area. It's set up with the regular range, and she was banging. She wasn't out there with her husband, her uncle, her boyfriend, her dad. She was out there by herself. Bing, 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 bing. And I'm sitting there like impressed. I'm impressed. For one, for a woman to get out and kind of progress without some kind of male egotistical permission bullshit, you know what I'm saying? On her own.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know how she learned or who she learned with, but she damn sure was down there training and perfecting her craft by herself on a Sunday. And see Siege goes to the range alone. That's dope. Now, the day prior, we saw a boyfriend teaching his girlfriend, and she was shooting for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, I don't want to be, too general, but women tend to have their first introduction to firearms under the umbrella of some male figure in their life. And I just was wondering what pushes anybody to decide that they want to take this leap. Is it the home defense thing? Do they usually competition maybe come a little later for some people? A hobby, a trend, a fad, whatever it may be. What gets people, looped into that? Kingdom Defense. What up, brother? Dennis Dixon, it's good to see you.
I think it's the way women are being, it's not even just women, but it's women and children who are being kidnapped and everything else. We feel like we need to be protected more, and we do need that extra protection.
Uh-huh.
Women go through a lot. I mean, that's not put out there in the news and stuff. There's plenty of men, children that get kidnapped on an everyday basis. So I think us women are realizing that nobody's coming to save us. The economy barely wants to come look for us when we do go missing. So we do feel like we have to protect ourselves more than anything.
So now, in that perspective, so you getting into firearms as you was for protection, like physical protection?
Yeah, because my uncle told me, like, we talk about this all the time. David didn't feel comfortable with you living in New York and me living here in the South by myself, considering we didn't know the area, he didn't know the area, and I have nobody but 3 hours, almost 4 hours away from me. So I had to find some way of protecting myself and my kids.
Got it. That guy with guns. What up there, brother?
What up,
Hey, Zach, how are you?
Hey, FGWG. What up? Yo, FGWG. Oh man. So yeah, yo. So what we're talking about tonight is what are you training toward? Now, and regardless of what gets you into it, what are you getting out of the type of training that you're doing at the moment, and what is it geared toward? Is it geared more toward competition shooting? Is it geared more toward close combat, home defense with actual maneuvers and etc.?
I try not to be harsh.
Don't sugarcoat. We don't sugarcoat.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat. I got into guns originally because I was from New York and you can't really have them legally.
Yeah.
The more I got into it, the way things, my view of the world changed as the way things were going, and I got into it just in case I need to shoot a motherfucker. That's why I got into it. Heavy.
Boom.
That's why. It was basically for protection, is because where I was and what I was around, and not being able to trust everything. And it's I don't own guns to hunt. I own guns just to be blunt and honest. I own guns just in case I gotta shoot a motherfucker. That's why. I mean, I
Yeah.
just let me just be honest with you. That's what it was for. That was the intention. That's why I started. It was because I felt that I was at a place where I didn't know anybody, and I needed to be proficient with my firearm. So I went into it, jumped into a full board, did competition, became an instructor. You know, that's how I ended up being Fat Guy with Guns. I'm a guy from Queens, New York, Billy. You know, ain't no Fat Guy with Guns in Queens, New York, unless I'm Fat Guy with legal guns.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Me having a gun culture in my family, I come from a fishing culture. That may sound funny, but that's what I learned. My grandfather did that. He taught my father. My father taught all of us. I've been fishing as long as I can walk. And guns is a thing that I started back in 2005. I started that. I'm the first one in that part of the family to be. I'm the gun guy.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
With my brothers, everybody. So that's what I got into it for. It was for that. I try not to be harsh about it, but that's what it was for.
That's a reality. And believe me, more people than you would know is kind of in that same boat, that same reasoning. You know, SD Marine, what up, brother? Who popped in here? Unique Allah, what up? That's another New York brother.
Unique Allah?
Yeah.
That sounds like a New York brother.
Yeah, true that.
What's the mathematics today, bro?
Knowledge goddess. Random JL, what's popping? What's popping? It's good to see you.
No,
so here's the thing. For me, first of all, RD, what up, RD? In the building. So for me, it wasn't necessarily a self-defense thing why I purchased my first firearm.
No, right.
I was just amazed at the fact that I could do it. I was like, oh shit, I'll buy a gun. Hell yeah, let me go for it. I made it through, 30 some odd years of life with my hands. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, just because I'm in Georgia don't mean people do shit that differently down here. People shoot in New York like they shoot in Georgia. So I was like, no big deal. It wasn't like, let me hurry up and get a gun because I fear for my life in these situations. It was just, I can get the shit. Just go up in there and buy it. Took me 5 minutes and walked out with it. I was amazed by it. And then I got hooked. Right. I didn't start training. I didn't start training for a while. Like I was just buying and coming up with excuses to buy more and all that. You know what I'm saying? So my initial introduction, I was oblivious to training. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't think I needed it. You know what I'm saying? And so I was just buying more and more. And I felt like this gun was good for this. That gun was good for that. I'm still learning about stuff and people get to talking. And then I fucked up and clicked on RGG channel and my mind got messed up. I started just, oh shit, this guy knows that. Or this guy knows that. This gun is available. I didn't know all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of just opened up my head, you know what I'm saying, to my experience. Real deal. What's going on, brother?
Not much, man. So the first gun I ever had was a 22 Marlin as a kid. And I had that for a while. I got to shoot that for a while. And then I didn't have the gun anymore. And then as an adult, I wanted to get a gun and stuff. And I talked it with the wife, and she wasn't into guns at the time. And she didn't want me. And then society started changing and stuff. And I got a flyer in the mail. A gun store was moving location, so they were having a huge gun sale. I told her, I said, you're lucky I respect your feelings because they're having a huge gun sale over there, and I'd like to go get one. And she said, I think that's a good idea. And it looked like a cartoon. You saw the phone in the air doing circles. And I was at the gun store. And once I got my first gun, that was it.
Yeah.
That's all it took. Once that door was open, she could never shut it again.
Yeah, I had similar experience, real deal. Didn't want me to. Sat down, had a conversation, told her why it was my responsibility to this, that, blah, blah, blah. She said, okay. Ever since then, I tore that door off the hinges. There's no way she could ever close that door.
All the way off. Yeah. Open the windows up. Take the curtains down. Exactly. Gina, what's up, girl?
But, when I train today, I try to think, and I could be full of it, I don't know. I'd like to think that I'm training for practical and not tactical.
Mm.
You know, in the early 2000s, it used to drive me crazy. You get on YouTube and all these places were there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just not into it. So if you did it, it's cool for you, man. But you saw like in the early 2000s, everybody was tactical, and you saw the video where people hold their guns like this, and then they shot and they go and do all this shit. It drove me crazy. It drove me absolutely crazy because I'm like, that's not practical. That's just to me that was just showy stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, real good. I feel you on that, man. Because even still to this day, I do see people do that. And the guy who owns the business that I work for, he tries to do that every now and again. He simulates it in the office, and he'll talk about his experience. And he holds his gun, his hands a certain way. He goes like this. Sometimes I'm like, bro, that just it feels too for show, like you said.
Yeah.
And they'll pull their gun back in and do this. I'm like, I don't know. That ain't me.
It's a training
That's not me
technique.
either. That's not me either.
Training technique that somebody came up with, and like what you said, real deal. I think that even that tactical stuff or the tactical stuff, if you're learning something, I think it's all practical. That's how I look at it. Being able to defend yourself at a low level or a high level, I think that's practical.
Yeah, I look at it this way with training, and me and Asian Mike was talking about this one time. To me, training is sort of like what Bruce Lee did to martial arts. Bruce Lee took away all the drama, all the traditional stuff. What's the word that I'm looking for? What's something stage? What's that called?
The Hollywood
like if somebody's doing a dance,
scripted,
choreographed. So martial arts was choreographed. It was traditional. You did this move, you did this move, you did all this stuff. Bruce Lee said, screw all that, punch him in the face and kick the hell out of him. You know what I'm saying? If you hit from here to here, you get more energy. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I like it. That's why, to me, some of the tactical stuff is it's staged. It's grafted. And I like to strip all that away from it.
Right.
So all right. So now, even though you feel that way, and
yeah, like that's what I feel. Doesn't make it right.
And I don't knock anybody who does that. You know what I'm saying? Because it is a technique. It is building awareness. It is building a certain form, in a sense. So I don't knock it, but the same way. All right, so maybe I'll get a gun Cerakoted the way I like it. Exactly. And then somebody be like, what the fuck is that? It's just a gun. It's a tool and all that shit. And it should be black and all that. At the same way, I'd be like, this is what I like to do. So there's so many different aspects of, gun interaction, training, etc., that we all have to kind of get used to what the other is doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I have a question.
Virginia Roots, what up? Sorry.
Have you tried different trainings in order to decide what you like and what you don't like? Or are you just watching other people train a certain way to say that's not what you like and what you don't like?
I think that I haven't been exposed to enough to decide if I physically like it or not. So a lot of the aspects of what I can talk about is just from, my vision. Is just from seeing somebody else do it. And
personally, from experience, I've taken quite a few different classes: fighting rifle, fighting pistol, some long distance stuff, a lot of different things. I mean, some of the stuff is practical. Some of it is practical. You do run into some guys and stuff you just seem like, that's just way too much. But I mean, if you listen close to someone and you watch some things and you know creditable people, like really know them, and you run stuff by them, and they say, well, that what they did, that's kind of strange. I mean, you can sort of, you eat the meat and spit out the bone, so to speak. I haven't taken a class where I just thought like, none of this is good. And taking classes for me is like really hard. By the time I'm done, I'm like, oh God, how am I going? So, I really put in, I take what I can from and what I think is like what Real Deal said, what I think is practical and what's going to help me in my everyday to day. Because I'm not a soldier, I'm not a
Right.
police officer, I'm not law enforcement. I'm a regular guy who's just trying to defend himself and his friends and his family, stuff like that. So, it's just sort of go experience it though. Go experience this stuff. I mean, sometimes it's gonna cost you a little, but go experience it because you're gonna get something from it. Even if it's not from the trainer, you meet people there who know things and they'll teach you different things and stuff that you can use and add. Just add another tool to your toolbox.
And I totally agree with you, Zach. But if you're going to do that, I'm going to say this: there's a lot of mall ninjas out there. So if you're going to spend your hard-earned money, and pay for a class, because a lot of classes cost $500 to $800 or even more.
Tell me about it.
Choose somebody who's respected in the community of training. Don't just go to a mall ninja because he knows how to do the fancy head stuff.
And that's what I've done. Like you know people. Like I know people. Being in the gun community, I've been there for quite a long time now. You run into different people and meet people who are who are really about the craft of being a firearms owner. Because there's a difference. There's people who just collect, and there's people who are like who I call shooters. And you run into those people, and then you get to find out who's in your local area, who may be the real deal, and who's not. And things of that nature. It's just really just getting out there in the community and talking to different people. And sometimes it's a miss, but more often than not, it's a hit. Because you'll be able to find the people who are real, who are real shooters. They ain't just about having guns. They're about knowing how to be proficient with firearms.
Yeah. It definitely. New York Outcast, what up?
Just like you was touching on earlier, Billy. This is sort of like a pet peeve for me. So people say firearms is a tool, right? You should be able to take that tool and slide it across the concrete and pick it up and use it. Well, I say that's a bunch of crap because I did roofing and I made my money with a nail gun. That's how I laid my shingles, and I got paid. And at the end of the day, guess what? I didn't take that gun and slide it off the roof and let it fall 2 stories and hit concrete. I took that gun and I unhooked it from the hose and I carried down the ladder safely. Why? Because I made money with it. I did. It was a tool, but that's how I made my living. I took care of that tool.
Yeah. True that.
It's funny because I agree with you to an extent with that, Real, because I'm the guy who I'll take my gun and throw it in the dirt. I'll kick it around. I do whatever. We've had this conversation before, and it's just I look at it as a tool, but it's something that I need to be able to beat up and beat around. That's just the way that I see it. It's because it's a certain attachment and detachment I need to be able to have from it. Just
true that.
That's how I look at it. I had a guy tell me one time who raced cars. He told me the reason why he could do it and he didn't care about this hundreds of $1,000s machine he was in was because he totally detaches himself from it.
Yeah.
And when I started understanding what that was, that's why I don't mind banging stuff around, throwing it around, stuff like that.
So the tough thing with me is I don't have one perspective on what I do with the guns and how I use them. So some of them have a purpose, and some of them have a different purpose that kind of is more, glitzy, custom shit, stuff that you think is gonna, be worth of value to, children or later on down the line and shit like that. So I have like a mixed bag of how I feel about any firearm. You know what I'm saying? So I got a few that I don't touch because I don't want to scrape them, scratch them, get it dirty, nothing.
I got one like that.
Yeah, I know which one. But then I got, other ones where I'm like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's a tough. So I can't go full on about, all my guns in that perspective. I definitely have a mixed bag, and I'm sure everybody, kind of does. Some cheap ones, some expensive ones, some pretty ones, some ugly ones.
Because I ain't even into Cerakote guns really. Y'all got me into that.
Yeah, but worth it though. That's one of the nicest looking guns, in your opinion, is it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's a badass gun.
Yeah,
many compliments on it. Hell yeah, I dig that.
Hey Billy.
I'm
taking a drink of Gatorade. I am not peeing.
All right, he's not peeing, Billy.
It looked like pee that you drink. No, I'm just teasing. That's fucked up.
What's up, Alex?
What up?
What up, Alex?
Hey, Zach.
So, sweetie,
Alex,
Uh-huh.
bring me fat guy.
My
Listen,
boy. It's my boy.
Y'all ain't getting none.
man,
You
wish I
ain't-
could-
they
I
gone.
wish I
already
could get him, man. If my wife told me I could have him, Billy get a cash app, and I'd be like, hold him. I'll get him in June.
But hey,
But,
Zach, let me ask you a question. The
Mhm.
gun you use, you shoot, you throw it in the mud, you throw it in the water, and you spend your day at the range with it and you shoot it. When you go home, do you clean that gun or do you put it straight in the safe?
If I do what all you said to it, yeah, I'll clean it up.
Exactly.
I'm look, something like that. I will take it and clean it. I won't just
Exactly.
leave it.
It's a
Oh,
tool, but you got to take care of it so you
Exactly.
can depend on it when you need it.
Right. It's like I looked
That's
at my carry gun and was like, man, I ain't cleaned this in a minute. Now I done shot it, and now I
Yeah.
have to break it down and clean it up. Because I kind of neglect it a little bit because it
Mhm.
always seems to run. But now I have to take it out, look at it. I'm doing a press check or something. I'm like, this is dirty. Let me take this and spray it
Yeah.
up. Clean it out.
See, with my firearms, the feed ramp is my pet peeve. I don't care how much I've been shooting it. I can leave the barrel alone. I can leave the interiors alone. That feed ramp got to be sparkling.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. No matter what
So
it
do you
is.
ever
I
polish your ramps?
Fat guy.
I do. Look at him.
Look at fat guy.
That's my boy.
He's fat. He's the second fattest.
Good. Keep being healthy, big boy.
That's right. You see them paws, y'all?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Right. You got them big paws. That's right.
You're gonna be a monster.
right.
Mm-hmm.
He is so cute and so
Yeah, he's
cuddly.
mad
I'm
cute.
surprised he ain't crying to eat.
Look like
Look,
he
he
was
got his tongue out like he want to get something. He got some pumpkin on his head. Is that his skin or is it food?
Pumpkin, it's food.
Right here.
So let me tell you about this dog, people.
Hmm.
He lays in the dog food so nobody else can eat, and just eats, and then moves backwards in the round bowl, dragging it all over his fat body, and gets
He's
me
smart.
mad.
So he's
Don't do
smart
him like
too.
that.
Oh, right. He's smart too. That's right. There you go.
He's eating food and he's getting an oatmeal bath all at the same time.
All at the same
Right.
time.
Everything.
Mike the Shooter, what up, man?
What up, Mike?
Somebody slipped in here. Uncle June, I think. Uncle June, what's
Prepper
popping, brother?
101,
Yeah, I think I saw June.
101.
J.
I saw 101.
Ramsey, what up? What up?
Now,
CRG
when I
in the building.
practice, I practice for 10 yards and in. I usually don't do long range stuff because I figure in a self-defense situation, I'm not going to be doing much long shooting with a handgun.
So boom, there you go. In a self-defense practice scenario, whatever you may be doing, anybody who's out there training for like hunting, deer, boar, something like that, they really focus in, they get really good. A lot of times we get absorbed by the type of training that we're doing that we think it's like, if you're not doing this shit, you're not doing it right. You know what I'm saying? But the truth is, all of us need to step our training up because we get complacent into one form or type of training. And, you know, maybe it's location or expense or whatever, but we don't often explore into other types of training. So
We just talked about this.
when? Today?
No, on Saturday. And I was like, look, you're going to have to start utilizing the rest of the range because you're so focused on the pistol side, but we have other things to use at the range. And I was saying that you need to rotate on that range.
That happens too because I fell into that too because at one time I did a lot of. I've always done pistol, but I used to do a lot of rifle stuff all the time. And at some point in time, it just sort of dropped off. Was that because like you don't do any rifle stuff really, but And I tell
Yo.
you something, you gotta, you need to, that needs to be part of your toolbox also. 'Cause I used to do a lot of long range,
Mhm.
medium range stuff all the time. And I still love to do it. I just go
Mhm.
out and let's see what kind of groups I can get at 200 yards or whatever. You know, and if I
Yeah.
can get somewhere that's 600 or better, I'll go somewhere, you know, fool around with that. And
Mhm.
it's something that I've neglected. And you really just get, I don't know why I just shifted off into the pistol thing. But you should sort of try to be well-rounded.
Yeah, you're right. James Wells, what up? What up?
Come on,
Hot
James.
Tub, my brother, what's popping?
I
Now,
got a question.
I think you should do more pistol training than rifle because I think it's easier to be accurate with a rifle and it's a lot harder to be accurate with a pistol if you're rusty.
Understood. Go ahead, Al.
But you,
So this
It's
is a
true,
little
Joe.
bit on and off topic. What is your favorite rifle to bring to the range when you do your rifle side?
my
Honestly,
AR-15.
my favorite rifle to shoot is my bolt action 308. That's my
Yeah.
favorite rifle to shoot. I have many ARs. I love the AR platform, but my favorite rifle to shoot is a bolt action gun. I mean, I love it. You can knock the hell out of something with it, and it gets out there and it's accurate. That's my favorite one to shoot. Just I always
Yeah.
had a fascination and a love for it from I guess watching sniper movies and things like that. When I got my hands on one, I understood why. I was like, damn, this is my favorite rifle to shoot.
So,
I would
baby,
say
I
my
think you're frozen.
AR-15, but I do love shooting my lever action.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
So here's the other part. We talk, you know, Zach, you know all about this conversation. We talk from the space that we're in.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people out there that are using motion. They're out there hunting moving animals, shit on the go. You know, they're hunting boar, and boar are fucking fast. They move out. They're hunting deer on the go, and that type of that's what I think I'm missing in my regiment. That range, I love the range, I do. But I think that's making me complacent. Shooting steel all the time or shooting electric targets, all that. We got the best of the best where we're at. We got like the premier shit. But I'm getting too complacent in that. And I feel like I'm lacking in the moving target thing. Even my body moving, motion, you know, going from target to target. If I was able to do some backup shoot or some running side shoot type shit, I don't have that. And I don't practice it, you know, because I just don't have the facility to do the shit.
What's funny is I don't know if I'll get into shooting at something that's alive that's moving. You know the story. You know what happened right here on my own man. And you want Billy, that still bothers me. It still bothers me. I remember the moment just like it was yesterday. And it's still I don't know if I'm ever gonna be able to do that again.
But you be going fishing and shit.
Fishing is different. That was a totally different experience. I remember it now. Like I was like, oh man, it made me feel bad.
Yo, he felt so bad that he couldn't even run over a squirrel yesterday. He was like, oh man, I hope he
wait. Bring this back in because everybody's lost. So you went hunting and you can't do hunting?
I didn't go hunting. I had, let's say, a pest. And I had
varmint.
I was scared it was going to do something because my son likes to leave his window open. And the way my backyard is set up, the thing could just jump right up on just the middle of the night. My ring camera goes off. Big. I'm scared it was going to jump on a tree, climb up, and then try to get in this window or whatever.
What was it?
Like, it was a possum.
Oh, a possum wouldn't mess with him.
Yeah, I didn't know that. All I know is when I say something, it starts, you know, give you the teeth and do all that. I'm like, I was like, it had to get dispatched, so it did. So I mean, and I didn't want to know something. I don't like the feeling, and I always said if I go hunt something, I need to be able to feel, to, you know, clean it in the field, all of that. If not,
you gotta be hungry.
That's how I look at it.
Zach, come to my house this weekend. I'm dispatching those chickens.
I wish I could. I want to be there. I wanted to be there to help do that. I want to see, because if I can do that, then I'll be comfortable with it. But
I just
that
want
was
to see him go in that spinner, that washing machine.
Oh yeah, yeah. Now,
So
hey,
either
Billy,
way, huh?
Billy, when you talk about hunting, now I've never hunted boar, but
Mhm.
deer, you're not chasing deer down. What deer hunting teaches you is how to be patient and how to be patient to set up for the shot, because
Yep.
you're either in a deer stand or you're in a deer tent, like
Yep.
waiting for the deer to come, and then you got to be patient because you may see them far away, but you got to be patient and let them work their way towards you, and then you got to be patient because they may be staring right at you, and you got to be patient, let them move to the side and stuff. So that's what teaches you
I
how to
see
be
what-
patient and
I
set
see
up.
what Virginia is saying. I understand Virginia. It was just
Yeah.
that was an experience. It was something that I hadn't done since I was like a kid, and I remember that when I was a kid. I didn't feel nothing about it, but for some reason, I don't know, just getting older, maybe I'm getting more of my feelings. It bothered me.
But Zach, there's nothing wrong with that. And you know what? I would be more worried if you said it didn't bother you.
Okay.
Because I raise animals and animals on the farm, and I use them for food. I don't enjoy killing them. I don't enjoy it. I am grateful because they're going to provide food for my family, and I have respect for them. But I don't wake up that day and say, "Ooh, I get to kill chickens today," you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Badass thing. What up? What up? RGG in the building.
What up, badass?
We
What
gotta
it
say
do? What it
R
do?
double G.
RGG.
What up,
R-
RWG?
RD. FGWG.
That's a
YG.
mouthful.
Yo, YG. Yeah, man. Say it different, real deal. You slid that one in there. What the fuck?
I said that's a mouthful.
Yeah, say it different.
Say that different. Okay.
So all right. So Zach, this happened to me, right?
Yeah.
I had my brother and his wife and his children over. This is probably 3 years ago. And two of my dogs are outside, not outside, but like in on the patio area, like the screen room. And they start hitting something. And you can hear when a dog is just randomly barking or if they're aggressively barking.
Mhm.
So I said, oh, shit, it's like 2 a.m. Something's going on. So I hear them just tangling, rah, 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 like tearing something up. Could have been a person or a cat or something. So I get out there, and my dog that just had the puppies, she walks over to me now from a corner, which is probably 15 feet away. She walks over to me with a big ass possum in her mouth, sits it at my feet, and then walks a little bit, and sits and waits for me to, appreciate her or whatever, show her love or whatever. I thought it was dead. I swear, boy, I thought it was dead.
You're playing
That
pop.
motherfucker got up. I said, "Sweetie, get my pistol." The closest one was a revolver. Man, I'm out there with this revolver now. Possums are, I don't want to say they're aggressive, but they're very, they can hurt you. They're very capable.
Yeah.
I wanted to shoot. If my brother wasn't there with his family that night, I was going to shoot that thing, man. I swear. They play possum.
No. Well, yes,
We
they play possum.
freaking sat there arguing as the possum's just laying there.
It smells disgusting.
Yeah, they smell nasty anyway.
you-
Only Saint, what up? What up? It's good to see you.
What I like,
You need a
what I
pellet
like
gun.
about possums is they eat insects and they eat ticks.
True that. Yeah,
I just
there's
wonder
always
why-
a circle of life.
Why they just hanging around? He was just hanging around. He was big like a dog. I was like, man, what's he doing out here?
Yeah.
I felt that I needed to, so
Dispatch
I
them.
grabbed the trusty, pellet gun.
Roadblock.
Now, when I first moved into my house, I was doing yard work outside, and this was in the middle of the summertime, and it was daylight out, and this raccoon kept coming and trying to messing with me. Well, I just shot it in the head because I tried to shoot it away, and he got more aggressive. So I just shot him in the head because, first of all, it had to have rabies because it shouldn't be out in the middle of the daytime. First of all, it should be sleeping somewhere. because they're night creatures.
Mhm.
And then he wasn't afraid of me, and he wouldn't leave me alone. So I'm like, you ain't right. So boom.
Right.
Yeah.
So I
See,
took
Ghetto
him out.
said them pellet guns. Yo, I shot a raccoon with a pellet gun, and it looked at me like it was like, keep it coming.
Nah, man. I
Motherfucker
missed.
didn't move.
I missed the first shot. Second shot, I hit him in his ass, and he just sort of jumped around a little and just like looked at me. And the third shot, I hit him in his face, and I watched him walk a little, and he just fell right off the top of the fence. Boom. And I was hoping he ran away. When I got out there that morning, he was still laying there.
Yeah.
He hadn't run away.
Now I'm gonna say
Regrets.
this to get people going in the chat. Possum's good eating.
See, I can't do it. Real deal. I can't do that.
Possum's good
Wait,
eating.
wait.
I can't
Better
do
than
that.
raccoon.
Let's bring this back in.
I can't do that, real deal.
I heard of squirrels being eaten.
I wasn't
Possum-
trying
oh.
this.
Possums.
Possum in the South is a big deal. Patrick,
I
walk on,
people-
brother.
Possum's good.
I know people.
We
I
not
know people
eating
here in
possum.
Ohio.
We not
I know
eating
people here in Ohio
beaver.
eat possum. I know people that eat possum here. I could if I was he
Good
would have
food.
got eaten.
I
If
mean
I
it
was
all.
a guy. If I was a possum eating guy, he would have got eaten.
I can
Mm-mm.
eat.
Possum is much better. It's much better than raccoon.
Whew.
Real deal. I can't make the next barbecue. I'm sorry. I'm busy that day.
If Real Deal
I'm
would have
just
made
missing.
something, I'd try it. If he would have made something, I'd try it.
It's worth
Somebody-
trying it, man.
One time
100%.
somebody gave me a bunch of squirrel. I had it
Billy,
in my freezer. I had it in my freezer for like 2 years, and I was like, I ain't gonna eat this. I got rid of it.
But not no
Squirrel stew
possum.
is good. You get like 5 or 6 squirrels, put in a crock pot with some veggies and stuff. Make a stew out of
See,
it.
I try it if somebody who knows what they're doing. I don't mind trying. I'll try it. Ain't gonna, but I don't. That thing is.
Mm-mm.
Don't it stink?
Billy, you're gonna try some possum, Billy? You're gonna try possum, Billy?
Yeah,
We
I'll try.
tried kangaroo.
Yeah, I'll try some
Billy,
possum.
you're gonna try some
Yeah.
possum, Billy?
Hey,
Why
why are
not?
you so elevated right now? You screaming? Yeah, I'll try some possum.
I'm not screaming.
I've had stuff. I've had
Billy.
alligator. I've had bear.
Yeah.
I've had ostrich. I've had
Billy's not
deer.
having possum.
Oh, I've had stuff.
Mm-mm.
And where I tried possum was I went to Dave Canterbury's survival trapping, and we would set traps every night. We went out in the woods for a week, and we set traps out, and what we trapped is what we ate. That was our food. And so we had possum, raccoon. That's what basically
That's what I say. If you get in a certain situation, that's what people think is strange because you'll eat a bug. We are fortunate here in this country that we can get our protein source from regular meat, cows and chickens and stuff. There's other parts of the world where their main protein in their diet, they eat insects.
Yeah.
Yep. When I went to Dave Canterbury's, I went to his basic survival class, and it was a 4-day thing. And we were in the woods all day, and it poured down rain that day. And he told us at the end of the day, he says, sometimes you're not going to be able to kill an animal, but you still have to eat. He says, everybody go out in the woods. He says, you find a lower form of life to eat and he goes, after you bring it back and you eat it, the day is over with. You go back to your tent and dry off. And all these people out in the woods, and they're trying to find these little tiny bugs and stuff. I found a tree frog. I grabbed that thing. I went back. I said, here, tree frog. He goes, eat it. Ate that sucker. I was back in my tent getting warm.
A tree frog?
Yeah.
You just ate it raw like that?
I just put it in my mouth, gave it a good crunch, and swallowed it and called it.
Yeah. You really are the real deal.
No,
Dang,
frogs.
you're real deal
frogs.
for real. Dang.
When you scare a frog, they pee.
Oh, well, that liquid to help it go down.
That's the most.
All right, Ramsey.
Hey,
That's
hey,
what
Billy, be on the woods and pouring down rain for 8 hours. And when somebody says you eat something, you can call it a day. You can get dry and you get warm. Tree frog looks awful tasty.
Was it disgusting or did
Yeah.
you? Was it?
I
bearable?
crunch bit it. I crunched it, swallowed it, and that was it. I didn't taste anything. It was a mental thing. I was like, let me go get some warm clothes on.
Wow.
Real deal. They say you got worms, bro.
Yeah, warm. Yeah.
Nah, but honestly, your mentality will damn sure change in that environment. So I would have chose something different. I swear I would have. I might have tried to. I don't know.
I mean,
Would have
it
been a
was
thought.
it was like a full grown.
Yeah.
It was about the size of a $50 and a quarter. It was a little tree.
Yeah. Maybe I don't know. Maybe a
Tell
snail.
you,
Maybe a snail. I
when you're
could
out
mess.
pouring down rain for 8 hours and you're soaking wet, and all your skin looks like an old man's skin, all that, and you can't feel your fingers and stuff. And they say you eat something, you get to go in and get dry. Tree frog ain't nothing, man.
Yeah, I dig it. I don't know, man.
That's why I call it survival school. You know what I'm saying?
Well, so leaning back, I know we're a little off topic, but that's one of those things. I'm telling you, that's one of those things that that we need to expand our training. It don't always got to be firearms in a gun range. You know what I'm saying? To be able to kill what you need to survive, you got to train for that shit. You got to know what the fuck you can have, what you can eat, what's going to kill you after you, you got to avoid certain things and just be wary of, what you can ingest to survive. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yep.
And
I think I said this I think it was your live, but it was in a live. If you're in a survival situation and stuff, you only eat what you kill. You don't if you're in the woods and you come across a dead animal, you don't eat that animal because you don't know what that animal died from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I don't know. Even even knowing and understanding, and this goes along with training a bit too. Even in knowing and understanding their habits, tracking, what environment they live, they thrive in, to know where to find shit, crabs, fucking fish, all that.
Yeah. When it comes to animals, they're just like humans, right? Even though they live in the woods, they're going to travel a path that has the least resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say that word right? So they're not going to go through all the bushes and stuff. They're gonna travel the trail because it's easier to get through. So so if you set up traps and stuff like that, that's they're not going to be deep in the bush. They're going to be on the pathways and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, man, everybody got to get out there and try to manipulate the type of training that you're doing.
Yes.
All right, real deal. I'll see you later. But either way, man, listen. Dope conversation. We are going to cut it short tonight. I apologize to everybody, but we do have to be on puppy duty and get them fed so we don't have to be up all night. I appreciate everybody for stopping through, having a good time, having plenty to
David.
Wrap up with us. David, what up? It's good to see you. So on that note, we will be back next Monday. Dope topic coming up. A lot of holiday festivities are on the way and whatever. We'll discuss that and all. Till
I will see you guys tomorrow, and I will see you guys Wednesday. He definitely forgot tomorrow. Check us out at 7 p.m. on Hutch's channel. We'll be there talking about homesteading. And Wednesday, I will be going live at 4 o'clock. He forgets about me, but I got you guys. I
just want to make sure you're going live, Dave. Just want to make sure. I love you. I love you all. We'll talk to you soon. All right. Peace.